Welcome back. It's been a very long time, but there's been some developments. I have the FC back, and block is in. Right now, I just gotta kind of bolt everything up. I just put on, these full function engineering fuel rails. Well, I just got the primary in right now, and then what I'm doing is piecing together the secondary onto the lower intake manifold. So here's my lower intake. Your injector port's gonna be right here. It's two large holes, and then what I have, fuel rail. Here's my injectors with the spacers, and yeah, so basically these kind of just slide onto the end of the injector. This is the factory diffuser for the secondary injectors. The primaries, I took them out. This is all that was in there. Let me see if I get a little better light. It's a little piece of plastic, you know. They're known to get pretty brittle, so for my setup, it was recommended that I just remove them and replace them with these sleeves that came with the kits. Again, you can find all this on Full Function Engineering's website. Yeah, so that's pretty much where I'm at right now. I'm just kind of piecing everything together. Got crap everywhere. My upper intake, radiators in here, water pump, all that good stuff. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this together real quick, and I'll show you the end result once I'm done. Alright, here it is, bolted up. I just have it hand tight right now. Yeah, it's a beautiful little piece right there to dress up this disgusting looking engine. Alright, so once I get that on, I'm going to be leaving the upper intake off because I'm going to be putting some new fuel lines. Yeah, so I'm just going to leave the upper off so that way I have some space to work around and measure out the new hose and see what fittings I'll need and stuff like that. But yeah, other than that, I'm going to be replacing the oil cooler lines, and as you can see, it's kind of messed up. I'm still debating if I want to get a new oil cooler or not. Stock one works pretty well, I think. Oh, also, excuse me as I go around here. Also going to be removing the stock trailing coil setup that I have here. Like I'm using two trailing coils. Be putting some AEM smart coils in there, and so I can get the downpipe wrapped up. Sorry, my hands are super shaky right now. But yeah, looking to get that wrapped up, and then gonna be replacing the brake master. It's pretty cruddy looking. Also, I leaked out all the brake fluid that I put in there. I do have a new clutch master, so that's already done. Also added a stainless braided line. You can see that directly ahead. Yeah, there's a lot of buttoning up to do. Be upgrading quite a few things while I still have the car here. And then once I'm done with the fuel lines and everything's hooked up, I will not be starting it up, but I'll be taking it back to the shop so that way, let's go this way. We'll be taking it back to the shop so that way we can do the first startup, do the braking process all over again, and see how long it'll last this time. Anyway, be back in a moment. I'm gonna put that lower intake manifold on, alright? Alright guys, lower intake is bolted in, torqued down. Damn, those fuel rails look nice. I'm loving those. Heck yeah. Yeah, so your lower intake, if any of you are working on this yourself, all the bolts and nuts, they are to be torqued down between 14 and 19 foot-pounds. So I just went ahead and set it to 17 and got those torqued down to spec. Next on the list, not going to be the upper intake manifold, simply because of the fact that I still have to run some fuel lines, so we can move on to some of the accessories. Maybe I can get this crank pulley put on. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see in a moment what I got put on here. Alrighty, so a little progress. Got my OMP lines hooked up, and for those of you that don't know, those go to what's called the oil metering pump. That's that thing with the spring on there. Kind of looks like a throttle plate. This is an S5 car, so from factory it comes with an electronically controlled one. This car, before I bought it, got swapped to a mechanical metering pump, so that's cool. And yeah, so the lines, you know, these are in good shape, so I'm reusing these. They're pretty much bent to go to their spots. These might be factory replacements, I'm not too sure, but yeah, I got one here, one there, this guy, and then this guy back here. Now, I don't know if this is cause for concern, but hopefully this isn't an issue for my fuel line, because that would suck. So let's hope that doesn't get in the way. Yeah. Yeah, next on the list, shoot, I don't know, there's just so much I gotta do. I should probably make a little checklist. But yeah, I think the next thing I'm gonna do here is maybe, you know what, my crank angle sensor here, this thing's fine, but the threaded hole here needs to be retapped, so maybe that's what I'll do next. So that way, if I go to make any actual adjustments with this, it can stay in place. Yeah, so I'm gonna order that master cylinder. Maybe give the brake booster a little refresh. Run some steel wool over these hard lines that are mounted for the brake booster. Shine those up a bit. Yeah, this wiring is a nightmare. It looks so bad right now, but it will get fixed. It's gonna get fixed. Oh, that's my turbo coolant water line for the turbo. Let's see what else I gotta do. Yeah, just a bunch of little stuff, you know, just a bunch of little stuff. But I only got the car back a couple days ago. Hopefully by the end of February I can get this all put together and running, because I do have other things on the car that I'd like to do also. One of which being, I have a set, hang on, I have a set of Series 4, let me get out of the engine. I have a set of Series 4 control arms that I'm gonna put in, but I do need to get new ball joints for it, or for the set, excuse me. I have to get new ball joints for them, and I have to get the Series 4 sway bar, or anti-roll bar, anti-sway bar, whatever you want to call it, and end links. Put some new end links, tighten up the steering a little bit, and then after that, really all I want to do on the suspension, well, I guess it wouldn't be considered suspension, but basically what I want to do is take out the wheel bearings, clean them, inspect them, make sure they're still good, not pitted or, you know, worn down unevenly, and repack them with grease. That'd be pretty wise to do if I'm gonna be fooning around on this in this car. But yeah, so stick around. I got some more updates coming pretty soon. I'm gonna be working on this thing all week, most likely, and I'm gonna try to knock out as much as I can, so that way we can get this thing on the dyno, get it tuned, start breaking it in, and then after that, I'll turn up the boost. Heck yeah! But oh, also, I did buy a new set of wheels for this car. These are FD stocks. I'm gonna be keeping these so I can put some Mickey Thompsons on there, you know. When we go to the track, I'll get some slicks put on. I miss this thing. Look at this. These body lines. It's so nice. Oh, I don't know if I showed you. Put a wiperless hatch. No rust. Thank goodness. And yeah. So, thanks for watching. If you guys want to keep following the build, just go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I also have other projects that I'm working on as well. I'll upload another video on that, so that way you guys can all see what it is that I'm tinkering on. Alright, so peace out.